Well, it seems like everybody is upset with Final Fantasy VIII Remaster. And after looking into this a little bit, I can't blame them because there's been issues on censorship. That was a big one. The censorship that came out of nowhere. They made some really stupid changes that really didn't make any sense, like Renoa's top getting lifted up, but it doesn't change in the cutscenes though, so that's where it doesn't make any sense. And then the models, the washed out backgrounds, it's very lazy. And there's a lot of reasons for that. A lot of reasons. We're going to go over that right now. We're going to look at some reviews. But quickly, I want to touch on the history of Final Fantasy VIII because it has a different history than a lot of games. For some reason, Square lost a lot of the code to Final Fantasy VIII a long time ago. And I think that's one of the main reasons why they had to remaster it. Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy IX didn't get a hand quote remaster. They just straight up released those again for every system. I think if they would have had the code intact, they would have done the same thing with Final Fantasy VIII. But they didn't, so they had to do a remaster. Now, I've played this game. I played it for about 20 minutes the other night, and the character models look great. They look absolutely fantastic. However, the backgrounds are horrible. And I will admit, I'm not a seasoned Final Fantasy VIII fan. I started it, and I never finished it. So I am going to go through and actually beat it this time because I had never done so. But I kind of wish that I had just went ahead and got the PC version. Now, there's a video here. I'm not going to play copyright reasons. But on top here is the remastered version. The bottom version is the original PC version with mods. Now, this really doesn't come through that well by just looking at these pictures. Now, take a look at the top picture. That's the remastered picture. It's hard to tell, like I said, with these, but the background is a little washed. Compared to the original with mods, looks a little bit sharper, which is the bottom picture. Also, look at the models. While they're not as bright, look at the detail that's lost in the doctor's coat right there. You also lose some detail on Squall. He's missing some stuff on his belt. These are totally new models, and I think that's where you have the loss of code there. They're brand new models, and it didn't work out very well at the backgrounds. And people aren't very happy about it. I looked at the Rotten Tomato, or not the Rotten Tomato, the Metacritics. Console people happy. They have like a high 7, but when you look at the PC users, they're consistently hovering around 6. Steam reviews, though, are absolutely, that's really bad. And these aren't just people review bombing the game because of censorship. The censorship doesn't seem to be a problem with the reviews from what I've seen. People are just straight up mad because this is a lazy port. And Senkaku Complex backs me up on this. All the reviews, and they must have shifted through all of them, very few of them have the deal with censorship. And yesterday when I looked at it, it was like 300 or 400 people that were giving the game negative reviews. And these are people that purchased the game. These aren't just people that were going on there review bombing it for no reason. These are actually people that paid for the game. Purchasers. I filtered it. They're not happy. This guy says, this is a joke of a remaster. Displays 4:3. Why on earth? There is a set of 16:9 resolutions if there are giant black borders on the sides. World map looks like PSX version. Backgrounds look like PSX version. Plus are very blurry. Characters got a set of better textures. Overall, it looks like almost zero work, except character models was put into it. Oh, and the exclusive wallpapers are literally 2 wallpapers in different resolutions. If you still want to play it, because I'm refunding it, do yourself a favor and install Reshade with some HDR boom filters to make the visuals more bearable. And that's one thing mods I'm sure will fix the backgrounds. I'm anxiously awaiting that because they look terrible. I don't know why there's so many reviewers on YouTube, and some that I trust and like are like shilling out for this game, and they just can't take their nostalgia glasses off, and they're just, oh, it's so great, looks so good. And it's like, dude, are you watching the same game that I just looked at? Because it looks terrible. The backgrounds look washed. He says it right here, they're blurry. They look weird. Like, why didn't you redo the backgrounds? It just blows my mind how much of a missed opportunity this is. This one says, PS1 emulator with updated character models. That is literally all. Not even Pocket Station is included. Final Fantasy VIII is my favorite game of all time. But for all my waiting and pre-purchasing, what I got has been a letdown. Old version on Steam with upscaling mods still are the best remastered we are going to get now. If the people who developed this version came out and told us they were going to remaster it, at the very least the backgrounds, then there would be a roadmap for it being some bit finished. 2 out of 10. This guy says Final Fantasy VIII Remastered with hand quotes. FMV is running at 15 frames per second. They do run really slow. Gameplay at 30. Big difference between the character models and backgrounds, which are very blurry. Not running in 16:9. Guys, not only did they just update the models, not every model was updated. This had less effort put into it than most fan-made texture packs. Do not, I repeat, do not get this game until Square decides to fix the backgrounds. This remastered version is half-baked, and Square does not deserve your money if they won't actually put the effort to fully remaster the game, which, let's face it, they probably won't do. I still plan on playing through, but from what I've seen so far, I have a very bad feeling about this one. So, as you can see, they go on and on and on and on and on. They collected quite a bit. The game stinks. People hate it, calling it lazy. I don't think this is a case of people just wanting to complain. I've seen those before. People do like to complain, but I've actually played it, and I think these are pretty legitimate. There's a lot of bad things with this. The censorship and now just the laziness of this port really just speak volumes for Square. This is really bad faith on their part, and I'm a little disappointed. So I don't have 2 hours into it. I don't know if I'm going to refund it or not because I really do want to play it, but I'm wishing maybe I'll do it and I'll go get the original, because I got to tell you, those screenshots I showed you before, they looked much better. The upscaled original version looks more like a remaster than this. So I don't know. Maybe mods will save the day. We'll see. But I want to let you guys make an informed decision, because I know a lot of you on the channel probably would be people that want to purchase this game. So hopefully this helps. Anyway, leave a comment, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Make sure you're still subscribed. And check out my Twitch, YellowFlash Comics. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.